Pam DuBois, Dream Real Estate TV. Today, I am super excited to have with me special guest Diane Forster, and she is actually a Life Coach of the Year, TV star maker, speaker, author, mindset and manifestation coach, TV and podcast host, and award-winning inventor. Oh my gosh, Diane, so many things. I'm so excited to have you with me today. Please share.
Thank you, Pamela. So excited to be here with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Well, you tell me, where do we want to go first?
Let's talk about Life Coach of the Year. Oh my goodness, that's so awesome.
Yes, I was very humbled and honored to receive the 2020 Global Excellence Award for Life Coach of the Year in California. And it was just an amazing experience. And it's just, you know, I think that as we get into this conversation about video, let me just start from the get-go and say, I know that I won that award because of my TV show. From being on video, I know 100% that is the reason why that happened. So yeah, and it's been extraordinary. It's just opened up a lot of doors for me, and so many things have really expanded in my business, which is a transformational coaching, education, and media company. So yeah, it's been great.
Wow.
A lot of the work I do is focused on women. I mostly work with women. There are some men, but you know, the core audience that I work with are women, you know, over 40, typically 40s, 50s, 60s, who are going through transitions in their lives, you know, whether it's personally or professionally, and a lot of different things. They're either feeling stuck in their career, or they're you know, they're empty nesters now, or they're divorced or getting divorced. There are things in their life that they know that they want to be happier. They want to be more fulfilled. A lot of them have this calling and this desire to use their life experiences to help and serve others, which is why they speak to me, because that was my journey too. There were things that occurred in my life that led me to be doing what I'm doing right now. I spent 32 years in corporate America. I worked in the ad business in LA for 8 years, and then I worked in television sales for 24 years, and spent the last 20 of those years working at Disney ABC. So about 5-6 years ago, I did my reinvention and went through it. And it was, you know, without glossing over it, I write all about it in my book, and I talk about it very openly on my TV show, on my podcast, that I was just really living a very unhealthy, unhappy life in a very unhealthy, unhappy marriage and relationship. And I didn't tell anybody about it because the packaging of my life looked so good.
Yeah.
And it led to a suicide attempt. And that moment in the bathroom, I experienced this God moment. And it really woke me up and got me to get out, get help, and listen to what the universe was telling me and guiding me to, that I was meant to be doing, you know, meant for more, meant to be using my life in the way that I'm using it now. And a lot of other things, you know, happened that led to the creation of I Have Today, while I was still living in Chicago, raising my twins, working at ABC, all of these things. I just started, my intuitive gifts got dialed way up, and I just started really downloading more and more and more information. And in 2011 was the suicide attempt. In 2013, I woke up with the poem I Have Today in my head and wrote it down and looked at it and realized it was way more than a poem. It was a movement. And I could see what it was. I knew I would write a book. I knew I would coach. I knew I would speak. I didn't know that I would go back to TV. I did not know that, but I very quickly in my journey realized how important the medium of television is. And so I know I just sort of just like dumped on you right there, but that's sort of how I got to be where I am today, and winning the Life Coach of the Year award was just amazing, truly amazing.
Yeah, God had more and better plans for you, right?
way
That's
more.
what a story. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And being a life coach, I think, and being a coach in general, basically everybody needs a coach right now. And what you're talking about of people being they're being stuck in their situations right now, wherever they may be, entrepreneurs, small businesses, real estate agents, wherever they are right now. I think everybody actually needs a coach and to help them through that process. And that's why you're here. This is so awesome because, again, God had other plans for you. So
Mhm.
tell us about your TV show.
Okay. So the TV show is called I Have Today with Diane Forster. And it is, our brand is called I Have Today because that's all we really have, Pamela. And, especially right now, has that not been three more powerful words in the world than I Have Today? And so what I did is I discovered early on in my coaching practice that I really wanted to create another vertical, another way to really speak to my audience and have my audience find the support that they needed. And so I created my first series back in 2017, and it was called Love It, Thank It, Bring It, which was the three step process that I write about in my book that turned my life around, living the Love It, Thank It, Bring It way. And so I did that show I did 33 episodes of it. And it's great. It was really great. I would take on one topic, talk about how it's showing up in your life, and then give you 3 ways on how to turn it around and make it work for you. And then about, I don't know, the next year in 2018, rebranded my book, did some other things. And I knew Love It, Thank It, Bring It was just me, in studio, started out at my desk, literally sitting at my desk.
Yeah.
And I knew that I wanted to start bringing on guests and conducting interviews. I wanted to bring on ordinary people doing extraordinary things where they went through their own transitions in life and had come out on the other side, where they could share their stories of success with the audience. So, we created the show and branded it I Have Today. So we've done, oh my gosh, it's over 150, it's between 150 and 200 episodes. We've done a lot. And it's mostly with guests. Sometimes it's just me, and I've done special series. I did a 6-part series called Change Your Language, Change Your Life, where I teach you the top 6 words you need to remove from your vocabulary. I've done a couple of master classes with it. And sometimes it's just me teaching whatever I feel is the most relevant and important at that time. And here's the thing, Pamela, we are so intentional. Its subtitle is The Art of Intentional Living. So we always talk about living your life intentionally.
Yeah.
And I'm big on manifestation and law of attraction. That's woven throughout everything I do. I teach when I'm coaching. I coach through a process I call Genifesting, which is combining the tactical, strategic, practical parts of business, very much the left brain, with the mindset, manifestation, law of attraction, a metaphysical with it, because you don't do them separately. They are inextricably connected.
Yeah.
And when you use those two things together and you manifest through getting all that clarity, focus, and direction, and then moving in inspired action, knowing how to tune into it and all the things to do, oh my gosh, magic happens so fast. The lives, the women's lives that I've been blessed to change, they are blown away. They say, I just can't believe everything in my life is just magically coming together. And how is it that my life is so different 90 days later? And, and it just starts to happen. So I wanted to incorporate some of that manifestation magic into the show too. So I talk a lot about law of attraction, a lot about manifesting. I share manifestation tips and stories and just things that are really for you to be intentional.
Yeah.
Because even though we live in this great big beautiful world, and some may not call it beautiful right now because of everything that's going on, but while there are all of these things going on externally, living intentionally means that you do not leave your life up to outside circumstances, events, or people that are out of your control. They truly are. You are the one in the power, always, whether you whether you decide to get vaccinated or not, whether you decide to, you know, go against, or if you're on the left or you're on the right, whatever it is that's going on outside, don't forget that you are the one who's in control. You really have all the power in the world. We think it's outside of us, and it's not. It's not. It comes from within. It comes from the heart, and it comes from the mind. And so, yeah.
So true. I was talking to a client the other day, and she was so depressed. She was in, a depression state of mind. And I was like, well, why are you that way? And she says, oh my gosh, have you seen all the things that's going on in the news?
Right.
And I told her, I says, don't watch the news, because you can't do anything about anything that's on the news, right?
Right.
You can't change it. So just change your focus and actually just try, exactly like you're saying, change your mindset, and then tune out those things that are negative things, because we're going to manifest either good or bad, one or the other. So we choose which one we actually want to manifest, right?
Exactly.
I love it. Yeah, I love what you said about the 6 words that you don't use. I'd love to hear more about that, Diane. If you can.
I'm happy to share. Well, this is in my work, what I discovered. I mean, there's way more, but can I just tell you a little story to back it up, how I developed this vocabulary replacement movement? I was living in Chicago at the time, working for ABC, and I got on the express train in my hometown to go down to the city, and it was a 40-minute ride. And a girlfriend got on the train with me, who I hadn't seen in a long time, and she sat next to me. We started talking. And Pamela, I noticed very, very quickly, because I was already alert and aware of this stuff. My awakening was already happening. And she said the word worry 5 times within the first 1 to 2 minutes. It just stood out to me. I was like, wow, she says the word worry a lot. So I played a little game in my head. I said, I'm going to count how many times she says worry on this train ride on the way down.
Yeah.
It was 40 minutes. She said it 45 times.
Wow.
45 times, which means this beautiful woman is worrying every minute of the day. And it just broke my heart. So the same exact day, and this is how the universe works, there was a huge message coming in for me. That same day, it was cold and rainy. So I went and grabbed a salad and decided to eat at my lunch, at my desk, through lunch, and listen to something motivational. So I turned on Zig Ziglar, and I was just listening to something from him. And he starts sharing this story that, did you know that there are no American Indians in recorded history who stutter?
Wow.
And he said, do you know why? He said, because in their language, they don't have a word for stutter. So it doesn't exist. And ding, 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 the light bulb went off. I thought about my girlfriend saying the word worry in the morning. And I just thought about what he said about the word stutter not existing. And I said, wow, what if I start removing words from my vocabulary that I don't want to experience in my life anymore? And so began this journey. And, words like exhausted and can't and tired and, all the negative words like hate, I never say that word. Just don't like that word. Unless I'm saying I hate the word hate. But what I did is I broke it down for people based on what I was hearing a lot from my clients. So that's why I shortened the list to 6. So the first word is worry, of course.
Okay.
And you need to remove that from your vocabulary immediately. You never need to say the word worry again. Replace it with the word wonder. Because here's the thing, you can't just remove. You have to replace. We're habitual pattern beings, and we're used to that. So if you don't have another thing, another anchor to grab onto, you will slip back into your old habits. This is why people try to diet and they don't lose weight. They try to work out and, it doesn't happen. It's because you're trying to break a pattern and you haven't replaced it with, you haven't done all the work to do the replacement. So we have to have that fill in. So replace it with the word wonder. So I never worry about my kids. I always wonder that they're okay, that everything's great, that they have everything they need. I wonder what exciting things are going to happen to me today. I don't worry. When we do that,
Love that.
and when you think about how many things people worry about, 99.9999% of them don't happen. If you're worrying about it, you're inviting it in. I worry I'm going to get COVID. I worry that something's going to happen. I worry that I'm going to lose my job. I worry that I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
The universe only knows one word and one emotion, and the word is yes, and the emotion is love. So you are going to get whatever it is you're thinking about, feeling, and speaking, no matter what it is, because there is no filter. It's all yes. Okay, you're worried about your debt. Here's some more debt. You're worried about that he's going to break up and leave you. It's going to happen. So we have to be very cognizant about the way we think. So there are 6 of them. They are worry. Now, you're going to put me on the spot now. Now I have to go. Worry, fear, doubt, trepidation, anxiety, and stress. Those are the 6.
Yeah.
And how to replace them is, well, we don't have enough time to do it.
Okay.
Go subscribe to my YouTube channel, which I'll give you a link to, and catch it. It's on the playlist there. They're all there. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Yeah, that is so, so important. I mean, yeah. And we constantly, like you said, she said it 40 times. And she probably had no idea that she said it that many times, right?
No clue. Because we're so programmed and so robotic. And so we have to become very aware about what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and what we're speaking. That's what that is literally, because what you're thinking creates the way you're feeling, creates the way you're communicating, creates your manifestations, your outcomes. So I call it the ABCs. Awareness begets change. Once you're aware, then you can decide to make a different decision. You can make a change, but you have to be aware of it first. So
true. Oh my gosh, Diane, this is great information. I'm so grateful for you coming on here and sharing with us today, because there's so many people out there, I think, that actually need to hear this and actually need to be in contact with you, so you can actually help them where they are and help them get out of the areas that they are. So please share with us your contact information. How can someone get in touch with you?
Oh, I'd love to. My website is dianeforster.com, and it's DianeForster. That's the way it's spelled. And there's a coaching page there, so you can book a session with me if you want to do a desired life design and figure it all out. It's a great tool. You can follow me on social media at Diane Forster Official. I'm on all platforms that way. My YouTube channel is Diane Forster. And I would subscribe to my show there. You can also catch it on the E360 TV network. So if you have that platform, you can catch it there too. But everything's on the YouTube page, and I'm everywhere on social media.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Diane Forster, everyone. She is so awesome. She's got great information. Let us help you shine, you guys. Get out of whatever area that you're thinking that you can't. And that's one of the words that comes out of that dictionary in your mindset. Can't. Take it out. I can. And you can do everything, right? You can do all things. And with that, be blessed, everyone. And we will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.